As you can imagine, people across Scotland, particularly Glaswegians, are very upset. But John, although it was an awful, awful thing, it could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, it could have been a lot worse, and I don't think anyone was seriously injured, which is obviously the most important thing. And I actually walked past the scene just 5 minutes ago coming into the office, and it is absolutely devastating. You know, the whole building still lying across the road. And I guess the thing that struck me was that while it is really tragic to lose a historic building like that, there's an opportunity for the city now potentially to do something really nice on that site. I think the truth is that part of Union Street has been pretty run down and grimy for a long time, and there, I think planning permission was granted for a new development across the road quite recently. There's now, if you look at that site, you could do, like, I think the priority's got to be that it can't sit in scaffolding for the next 10 years. They've got to get a good architect in to do something really nice with that site. Potentially, it could open into the station on one side, and it's a great location in the centre of the city, and the other. So let's hope that we see some really inventive, big thinking to build something there that improves the whole area.
And Doug, I mean, I was saying to John there, it could have been a lot worse. There was a period on Sunday evening where people were openly speculating, are we going to lose Glasgow Central Station with all the damage that would do to the Scottish economy?
Well, yeah, and of course the Central Station is still shut until next week. As someone who uses Central on a daily basis, I'm quite lucky that I'm on the low level, so I've been able to come in. I've passed by. I was actually in town on Sunday. I made a very quick getaway from Ibrox to walk back into town to catch my train home, and it was you could see the smoke, you could see the fire engines, but at that stage it didn't feel like it was anything major. It seemed at that point like an isolated fire in a vape shop. But I was also there on Monday when Network Rail and John Swinney had a kind of photo call or a meeting there at the scene, and it honestly felt like something a disaster movie. Seeing the spray, the water, and there was people there. There was a wee bit of disaster tourism going on. There was people there taking photos and whatnot. But look, I think what this has done, John kind of touched on it there, is it's kind of shone a light on that part of the town. I mean, it's not so long ago Union Street was placed under some sort of curfew or some sort of, you know, this kind of antisocial behaviour zone. It's not great, but I think rather than I would much rather see these historic buildings saved. I know you would. I know you're not saying you're glad it went on fire, but I think they see it as a kind of opportunity. At this stage, it still feels. I mean, I'm old enough to remember the Iron Brew sign, walking
Mm.
down from I always remember walking down from the cinema, the Odeon, when I was a wee boy, and you would see the Iron Brew sign, and the city felt so vibrant. And in many ways, the city doesn't feel vibrant anymore. And that part of the city, there are nine, I actually counted them last night, there are nine other listed buildings on Union Street, including the Egyptian halls, which you were kind of talking about there. It's, the architecture of Glasgow is so beautiful, and yet, let's be honest here, this isn't the first historical building in
I was going to
Glasgow
say
to
Glasgow
go up.
School of
You
Arts. I
know,
mean, it's the
That's
latest
still in
horror blaze.
scaffolding. Yeah.
it's kind of tinderbox city. So, yeah, there's an opportunity, but oof, it just feels sad to see another iconic building come down. And my only hope is they don't stick up some student flats on it because, let's be honest, that has been the tendency in the past for Glasgow City Council.